day everyone and welcome to Engineering Economics. Our lesson for today is about the economic study methods, which is the minimum attractive rate of return. The minimum attractive rate of return is the minimum rate of return on a project a manager or a company is willing to accept before starting a project given its risk and the opportunity cost of foregoing other projects. In the theory, the MARR or the minimum attractive rate of return, which is sometimes called as the hurdle rate, should be chosen to maximize the economic well-being of an organization. Minimum attractive rate of return is also called or also referred as the hurdle rate, cut-off, benchmark rate, policy rate, or cost of capital, or the weighted average cost of capital, which is the WACC. Project evaluation are based on MARR. So the minimum attractive rate of return is usually a policy issue received by the top management of an organization in view of numerous considerations. Among these considerations are the following. First is the amount of money available for investment and of source and cost of these funds. So these are the equity funds or the borrowed funds. So it could be coming from the company itself or those funds that are coming from credit company or from banks. So this is also referred as the weighted average cost of capital. Okay, next is the number of good projects available for investments and their purpose. This is whether they sustain present operations and are essential, or whether they expand on present operations and are effective, or we need to have an opportunity cost. So there are projects that we might accept and projects that we should or we are going to reject because of some reasons. Okay, so next is the amount of perceived risk associated with investment opportunities available to the firm and the estimated cost of administering projects over short planning horizon versus long planning horizons. And last is the type of organization involved. These are the government, public utility, or the private industry. Illustration of MARR. So the horizontal line represents the cumulative investment amount, which is millions of dollars. So yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 represents the money that we are going to borrow from the bank. Now the vertical line is the annual rate of profit per project of the company. Okay. So, and then the blue line represents the approximate cost of capital obtained. And we have the 16% for MARR. Okay, the projects A, B, C, up to G are arranged in descending order based on their annual rate of return. As we can see, Project A represents a 35% annual rate of return. Now, I will discuss the blue line. The blue line is the approximate cost of capital obtained. So this will be the interest of the bank based on our loan amount. If we borrowed money from the bank, for example, 1 million, so our interest will be 10%. So as you can see, the greater or the bigger the amount we loan, the bigger the interest. So, tumataas yung interest habang tumataas yung ating inuutang. Now, why did we reject F and G? The project F and G was rejected here. So, ang accepted lang is A, B, C, D, and E. Since it is arranged in a descending order, so si F and G ay naubusan na ng fund. So, we don't have much fund for F and G. Since 6 million lang yung ating niloan sa bangko. So, that is one point or one reason. And then, another reason is our MAR are 16%. So, bakit? So, since lumalaki yung ating inuutang sa bangko, lumalaki rin yung interest. So, pagdating kay 6 million, ang interest na natin is almost 15%. So, kung 15% na yung ating niloan, pagdating ng 7 million, yung ating interest will be almost 18%. So, kung 16% lang yung kikitain natin dun sa ating project na F, so tayo ay malulugi na. Mas lalo na pagdating kay project G. So, wala na tayong kikitain. So, kaya natin nireject si F and G. While, if we choose project A, so, the cost of the project is less than 1 million or almost 600,000. So, if we choose A, which has an annual rate of profit of 35%, iles na natin yung 10%, we still have 25% na profit. So, profitable yung project ng project A. So, as well as the B, C, D, and E. So, kay E, kahit pa paano, meron pa rin tayong kita. And pasok pa rin siya dun sa budget natin na 6 million. Now, just in case that project A, B, C, D, and E are rejected for some reasons, so what do you think? We will accept F and G as our project? Kung natira na lang sa atin ay project F and G, i-accept ba natin sila? Kung just in case or for some reason ay na-reject yung ating other projects which is A, B, C, and D. So, we are left with projects F and G na lang. So, the answer is, syempre, accept natin to. Because, as we move on, so project F and G, which is cost approximately 1.5 million. So, the bank interest will only cost us 10%. So, 10% lang yung magiging interest nung uutangin natin na for example, 2 million. So, kung 2 million yung inutang natin, so, ang interest lang nun ay 10%. So, kung meron tayong project na project F, which has a 16% annual rate of profit, so, kita tayo ng 6%, as well as project G na meron pa rin tayong 4% na matitira. So, kahit pa paano ay kikita pa rin tayo kung matitira na lang natin sa atin ay C, F, and G. We have two types of financing. First is the equity financing. Equity financing funds from related retained earnings, new stock issues, or owner's infusion of money. So, in other words, the equity financing comes from the bank, the company itself. While the debt financing is the borrowed funds from outside sources like loans, bonds, mortgage, venture capital pools, etc. Interest is paid to the lender on these funds. For an economically justified project, ROR should be greater than or equals to MARR and greater than the weighted average cost of capital. The opportunity cost is the value of the second best option. It is the largest rate of return of all projects not accepted or forgone due to a lack of capital funds. For example, assume that MARR is equals to 10%. Project A is not funded due to lack of funds and is projected to have an ROR of 13%, while Project B has an ROR of 15% and is funded because it costs less than Project A. So here, the opportunity cost is 13%. This is the opportunity to make an additional 13% is foregone by not funding Project A. So, thank you and good day.